Hey guys, I just wanted to introduce you to Fred. This guy builds amazing homes here in Whisper Valley, AHA Builders. We're here featuring them today with our little Cybertruck. Thank you, Dave, for lending it. I don't have mine yet, I'm getting it soon. But anyway, there's a really amazing ethos fit. I'm gonna let Anwar Beck jump in and talk about it. We know the developers here at Whisper Valley. We're literally 6 minutes to Tesla's exit over there in front of Giga, Texas, and yet it's quiet. Why is it quiet? It's called Whisper Valley because this has geothermal heating and cooling, and instead of those air conditioning and heating systems that are outside that create that buzzing noise, there's no noise out here. I can hear a plane. That's about it. And we're back. Tell us, you know more than I do about this. Tell us about the neighborhood.
Whisper Valley is probably one of my favorite communities. It was voted Community of the Year in Austin actually last year, which is amazing. It's a community really focused on sustainability and high technology, which is stuff that I like, right? So sustainability is what Matt was talking about. Every single home in this community has geothermal heating and cooling. You can whisper from your neighbor to your other house. There's no technology of fans running outside. And then inside the garage, there's Tesla chargers in every garage. And then all the roofs have solar panels on it as well. So in the technology, there's Fred can maybe elaborate on it, but the home has all sorts of technology, the latest technology when it comes to the doorbells and automation and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, also something really interesting. You guys have schools that are planned for this neighborhood, correct?
We already have. They already broke ground in the high school.
And this is
3 months ago.
Del Valle, correct?
Del Valle, yeah.
Let me explain why Del Valle is so important. So Elon and his factory are in Del Valle. His tax dollars for Giga, Texas go into Del Valle. Del Valle is going to be a very wealthy, because of the tax base that he's including in there, district, and you are going to have a community really of mostly Tesla employees that are here that are feeding those schools as they grow their families. And so you're going to end up with some great schools in the neighborhood that are well funded, that have Tesla kids, engineers kids, factory workers kids. So a really amazing community, super close, the same ethos of ecology that Elon's got. And one more thing I want to add is the treatment of the soils is unique, right?
Yes.
So can you tell a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, of course, in this section of town, is Austin, the soils are not the best, but with the help of the developer, we have done eco-soils treatment to every home site before any of the builders come in. These guys, they treat all the soils, that way we avoid those.
So the way it was explained to me, and I actually did this at my house on my pool because we also have some of those loosey-goosey clay soils. Mm-hmm. So they can actually take a silica product that go 10 feet down into the envelope where they're going to build, and they pre-treat that clay soil. That clay soil expands and contracts with moisture and drying. You don't want to build a house on top of that. And so what most people do, they put piers down. Well, even those piers can shift. Instead, what they do, this treatment essentially ages that clay 100,000 years and sponges out all the moisture and makes that land like compressed sand instead of clay, and basically squeezes it out and makes it hydrophobic. So what that means is you don't get any PVRs, you don't get any deflection, your homes stay rock solid. Versus every other neighborhood that's around, they put in post-tension cable piers and keep their fingers crossed, right? Because when you get the wet to dry seasons, even on those ones, engineered slabs, you're gonna get movement and deflection. You're gonna have some foundation movement. You don't want your house to move. Whisper Valley is really the only place you're gonna be able to get that. I don't know anyone else that's treating the soils. Like I said, I did it at my house. We put a pool in 4 years ago, have had zero movement, and a lot of my neighbors have some pools that are a bit iffy. So before we talk to them about the actual house and how you house hack this thing so that you as the Tesla factory worker, engineer, really, you can combine a couple of incomes with roommates and buy this house and have half of it paid for. We're gonna get to that, but before that, Anwar Beck brought up something incredibly important related to being in Del Valle and having Tesla and having the schools here. I totally forgot about this program.
Yeah, so if you have kids that are really like technology focused or love robotics, Tesla's invested already in the last few years quite a bit of capital as well as time with Del Valle ISD. Matt and I were actually there in the very beginning. They have a scholarship program with Del Valle High School where I think every year anywhere from 60 to 80 kids get a scholarship, meaning when they graduate, they have a guaranteed job at the Giga factory here. And then in the evening time, if they want to do college, Tesla will pay for that. So it's a really incredible program. And just a few months ago, our executive friends from Tesla were here. Again, they had a meeting with Del Valle. They made a huge announcement. They're spending, I think, almost $1 million on a new robotics program. something very new that doesn't exist yet. They're going to be developing with Del Valle ISD.
It doesn't exist in other ones. These are the actual robots these kids in high school get to train on that are used at the factory. So by the time they get done with high school, they've done a robotic specific to Tesla 6 minutes away and are able to transition into getting their college education paid for while they work at Tesla. I mean, it's pretty amazing. So, I mean, this school district is going to become a draw if your kids are STEM and they're interested in engineering. Like, why would you not choose to live over here, watch the schools develop around you, have your kid go straight into Tesla if they want to while they're getting their college paid for, and have a house that really costs you almost nothing to run. The geothermal heating and cooling is that other unique piece. So instead of running Freon or Puron through your air conditioning system, you run water from 400 feet down. As that water filters through your air conditioning system, it cools the coils with water. So what does that cost? Nothing but the water circulation. So your electric bills in the summer, when mine are $900 on my house with 3 AC systems, my clients are telling me here, and I have a house here, my tenants are telling me here, their electric bill never goes over $125. That's remarkable. So there's so many benefits to this neighborhood, but now we're going to talk about the actual house itself. Fred, tell me what size is this house? It's a beautiful kind of single pitch roof, but tell me about it.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, so this one is our summary plan. This is a 2164 square foot house, 1 story. That's a 4 bedrooms, 3 full baths, and a 3-car tandem garage.
Cool. And so it's got an office / bedroom because it's got a closet. So this is where I'm going to get into some details that we talked about. This house is $549,000, and you're thinking, Matt, I make $45,000 a year or whatever. How am I going to get into this house? So what they've got is, this is a 4-bedroom home, once again, 3 full baths, 2 with en-suites. So if you get 2 buyers, let's say you work at the factory, you're making $25 an hour, and you'd say $45,000 a year. Combined, if you have a friend that works in the factory, you are going to make a combined $90,000 a year. Okay? Assuming you haven't gone out and bought a Tesla yourself and changed your debt to income ratio, and you have at least a 640 credit score, you can buy a house on FHA financing. He is generously going to pay 5 points, which is going to cover all your closing costs, and FHA allows you to do 3.5% down. So 3.5% down is going to be $20,000 roughly. And guess what? There's gifts and bonds that you can use that are forgivable. So they even get your down payment covered on FHA with some of these programs. There's income caps, which happen to be around the $94,000 range. Oh, and by the way, I'm a realtor. I'm not supposed to tell you financial advice. Check this with their lender. Check it with your financial advisor. But these are real world deals that they're structuring for everybody. So, so here's what you do. You get in there. I just ran a payment based on getting that amount down, your closing costs paid for. You're going to be looking at a payment of $3,600, $3,700 with taxes. Now that sounds very high. You're like, Matt, how are we going to pay this? So this is how you do it. Find 2 roommates, also friends at the factory. Each one pays $700 per room to be able to rent the other 2 rooms. You take that off the $3,600, you're now down to $2,200. Now each of the homeowners is responsible for $1,100 of payment. What are you renting for right now? Probably $1,100, if not more, to be able to live on your own. If you're willing to partner with somebody, or if you've got, you want to do this on your own, these are the qualifying numbers that we've been able to work through. And it's an opportunity for you to house hack and own a house that's brand new. Utility bills are going to be very low. Commute time is 6 minutes away instead of living up in Round Rock or Georgetown, 45 minutes away and driving and spending $500 a month on 130. You're 6 minutes away. So, Fred, this is amazing. Thank you. They've got a bunch more coming up in the neighborhood. Like I said, solar panels, geothermal heating and cooling, foundations that are rock solid. Oh, and an amenity center. We're going to show you that as well. The amenity center is awesome. They do cooking classes. They bring in organic garden foods that you can then take for free, that they have spotted throughout the neighborhood. You may even try to get Tesla to come in and sponsor an organic garden or 2 and put their name on it. Let's see. But yeah, it's pretty
even
amazing.
the community pool is geothermal heated and cooled. And then they have 600 acres of park space. Like you can walk your dog, and yeah. It's a really great place to live.
Yeah, no, it's phenomenal. We've moved quite a few people into the neighborhood. I actually own property in the neighborhood. If you think about it as an investment strategy as well, I've got guaranteed 18,000 people 6 minutes away as my tenants. So it's good for first-time home buyers, a family to move in with the parks and the organic gardens of the schools coming, great for investors. And you're about 22 minutes to downtown Austin, so it's not way out in the suburbs. And like I said, I know some of these folks that are working for Tesla right now are getting busted from an hour and a half away right now because it's really hard to find labor here. Well, now when you factor in the time saved, the money saved, the electric saved, and you get a couple roommates to pay half your mortgage almost, it's kind of like no-brainer. Like why would they not buy this house, Fred?
Well, why you want to pay someone else's mortgage if you can get your own?
Yeah, stop paying landlord rent. Be a landlord yourself. This is wealth creation. This is how the rich get richer. Own real estate. Anyway, this is fun. Fred, thank you. This was awesome. Thank you so much. So now we're going to do a tour of the actual home that's for sale. I think this one is perfect for a roommate situation like we talked about. Check it out. We'll do a quick tour and you kind of understand what we're talking about. So here's room number 1. Is this 4th bedroom?
This is the 4th bedroom, or a study.
Yep, or a study. So if you frosted these or swapped the doors out, you've got a closet. This is that 4th bedroom. That could be an office, Murphy bed in there for extra guest space. I would make that into the true 4th bedroom. We've got 3 full baths in this one. So this would be the shared bathroom for these 2 rooms. It's got another walk-in closet in here. So you can take a look, it's more than just sort of a wall closet with 2 rods. We've got tile floors. So they look like wood, but they're actually tile, which means you can't mess them up. I love these for rentals. And you're gonna have roommates in this house. So being able to have tile, if you have a dog, if there's a spill, if something happens, you cannot hurt them. So that's the best part. Because even luxury vinyl plank floors can get damaged. I have them in some of my rentals, and it's amazing the wear and tear. I have to swap out the luxury vinyl. And wood, forget about it. It's gonna get scratched. Like, hey, nice job, Fred. This is looking really good.
Thank you.
So massive open plan here. Big island. Great eat-in kitchen space, and I mean, this is like a mile of quartz. There's tons of space, tons of cabinet space. You can put an 85-inch TV on that wall and still not crowded, and tons of gathering space. Let's take a look at the next bedroom. Oh, quick one here. Check out the pantry, also nice size. Here is the 3rd bedroom, and this bedroom comes with an ensuite bath, which is nice. So we've got 1 shared bath for the first 2 houses, or first two rooms. We've got an ensuite bath and closet for this central room, and then the primary bedroom is larger. My suggestion is the 2 owners of this house get the ensuite baths, the roommates get to share a bath over there, and whoever gets this one's lucky. I think this person should probably pay more of the mortgage, maybe a little bit. Check out this shower is a massive, that's a party shower right there. And check out the walk-in closet. His and her. So, you know, if you've got, that would be my wife's, lots of makeup and things. And she wouldn't have to look at my razor stubble in the sink over there, enclosed toilet. And then you're looking back at what is a limestone wall because the house goes up behind you. I'll show you the backyard. The nice part is you could grow ivy on there and just have a wall of green. Gives you some nice separation from the neighbor. Just check out the backyard. You got a dog, you got something out here, you got the space, you've got correct me if I'm wrong, we have a full landscaping package on this and sprinkler system?
Well, sprinkler system.
Awesome.
This is a pie-shaped lot, so it's wider than normal, so your neighbor is not that close.
So yeah, the neighbor's set back more than 5 feet, which is great. Runs in the side yard, plenty of grass space. And these are expensive retention walls. They've done a nice job. It's not just concrete slab. You've got limestone that's nice and built in there, and a covered patio. So a very livable home for 4 people. If the 2 people are buying together and you rent out the other rooms for $600 or $700 each, basically cut your mortgage in half. This is a really interesting place. Fred, thank you so much. This is awesome.
Sure.
I totally forgot. We got to show you the garage. Well, first of all, come look at this. You have a proper utility room for folding areas, linen closets built into the utility room. And this is the most amazing feature in my mind because I'm a car nut. Come with me. So it looks like a regular 2-car garage, but wait. Hobby space, a 3rd car, a project, and Tesla 220 NEMA 1450 plug. So boom, pull the Cybertruck in. On this side, 2 cars stacked here. There's your sprinkler system that's in the garage here. There's a loop if you want to have a water softener installed. That I had done for a client. It costs $2,600 to retro that in afterwards, so that's included. And your water heater, instead of being outside, is inside, which means pipes won't freeze in the freeze, and you're not fighting against that cold in an outside closet in the winter and having to overheat your water. So really well done. The other thing, you don't typically see garages that are textured and have finished boards on the side and with tall ceilings. If you are really a car enthusiast, these are 10-foot ceilings. You can do a scissor jack, stack another car there. Probably not necessary.